Hello, Freedom Achievers. Welcome to Boot Camp Part 1. Okay, we have a lot to cover today. I'm so excited that you tuned in. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to invest in you, invest in yourself, invest in your new business, and you will be so glad you did. This is recorded so that you can totally come back, re-listen to it as needed. And then after you've gone through it, you can even fast forward it, get to parts that you want to re-listen to, because you know, learning is never out for the pro. And so you're going to find that once you start getting into your business, you're going to want to come back and revisit these skills so that you can tweak and you can continue to move forward, learning and growing. And just remember, you guys, we're in a business with people, and it's ongoing learning. After 21 years, you guys, I still don't know everything. But I have to say that's what keeps it fun, keeps it exciting. There's never a dull moment, and probably more excited today than I was when I very first started. So let's get started. Okay, so today is orientation, and we're going to talk about booking and coaching. And so inside the documents that are there on our website, you're going to find these two sheets. It's the very first one. It's our outline, and you can fill in the blanks as we go along. And I'm going to try to keep it in front of me so that I make sure and I cover everything that's on there. So again, welcome to Mary Kay. Welcome to the Freedom Achievers. We are thrilled to have you. Thank you for making our growth and just our forward moving progress as we're moving on up to that $500,000 unit club and on up to top director status. And you are a part of that. And so I appreciate you. And just know that everything that you do as you build your personal business, it also helps our team. And so you have a consultant number. You probably received that when your agreement first went through. Make sure to write it down. Our unit number, in case you may ever need this, is P as in Peak 497. We are part of the Emerald Division in Mary Kay. It's not based on where we live. That is just where we fell. Mary Kay is so large, in order to get everybody in town for our seminars each year, they had to just divide us up into groups. And so they're Emerald, Ruby, Pearl, Sapphire, and Diamond. Those are the 5. And so we are Emerald. Emerald's reign. All right, and so we're in Go Give. And what Go Give means simply is that we do not have a national sales director. I want to be your national sales director. And so that's where we're headed. We have one person above me, so to speak, that was a director when I first came in. And if she was to go national, then we would have a national. Otherwise, it's us. And so, yeah, we have been a unit, you guys, for 19 years. And currently we are a Grand Prix. Oh, no, not Grand Prix. I don't know the official title, but we're an Equinox unit, meaning our unit is kind of described and categorized as by what the car the director drives. And so currently we're driving a Chevy Equinox, and we do plan to be back in peak either at the end of March or by the end of June. And so just know you're a part of that happening as well. Definitely want to be a Cadillac status unit before we head back to seminar in July. All right, so the first thing I want to start with today is the emotional cycle. And you've got a little diagram here on your outline, and so we're going to talk about this real quickly. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you are right. That was a quote by Mary Kay Ash. And I hope you are tuned in to your 21-day Voxer challenge. As a new consultant, you'll get those. They'll start being delivered to your email about day 2 as a new consultant. If you don't do anything else, plug in to those weekly messages. They're Voxer messages, but they're being delivered to your email. And Leah Laughlin, National Sales Director, does the most amazing job starting with the emotional cycle. And you're going to be feeling lots of crazy things right now, just being new. And so it is just so important that you stay plugged in, knowing that what you're feeling is normal. You're not alone, and you're not the only one. So the very first phase on the emotional cycle, on number 1 there, is the excitement. Oh my goodness, you have caught the vision. You are so excited about this Mary Kay opportunity. You're going to paint the town pink. Everybody's going to buy products from you. You love the products. Why wouldn't they love the products? Your best friend, your mom, your sister, they're all going to hold parties for you. And nothing is going to stand in the way of you achieving your goal, whether it's a money goal, whether it's whatever you choose, but you are so stinking excited. All right, so that's phase one. Now, as a new consultant, you might be, there may be that excitement with a little bit of like, oh crud, what have I got myself into? A little bit of fear in there too. But that's normal, okay? Anytime you step out and do something new, there is a little bit of fear. All right, phase two, going on around the circle. And there's a reason it's a circle. Phase two is frustration. Oh my goodness, things are not going as fast as you'd like them to. That person that you thought was going to hold a party for you thought you were crazy because you decided to do this Mary Kay thing. We tell ourselves nobody wants to book an appointment. Nobody wants to buy Mary Kay. Why do these people not like the products like I like the products? We get impatient and we want this huge, amazing, successful business overnight. All right, so that's where that frustration kicks in and your expectations are like way up here and reality is like way down here. So there's this big gap and that's what creates frustration. Okay, that's normal. We all feel it. And I still feel it. And it's just because of our reality and our expectations are not close enough. Now you do want expectations a little higher so that you raise your reality. But when there's a huge gap, and there's lack of knowledge on how to close the gap, that creates lots of frustration. All right, so going on around our circle, phase three is the crisis stage, crisis point. Do you throw in the towel? Do you shoot holes through your gorgeous Mary Kay bag? Do you tell yourself that unit meetings are like the last place that you want to be right now because you have absolutely nothing to shout out or crow about? Or do you need to tell, or do you tell yourself, no, unit meeting is really where I need to be because I need to get my act together? Or do you go, oh my gosh, no, I probably really should call my director because she probably can help me. As hard as it may be to push yourself to a unit meeting or pick up the phone and call, that is the best thing for you and your Mary Kay career right now. And let me give you guys a little story. I had been in the business for about, I guess it was 6 months. And I had gone from a brand new consultant, learning the products and the business all at one time. And about 6 months into the business, I was like, I had all this knowledge. I had learned all this stuff. And I had went to work an event where I got lots of leads because I knew I didn't know anybody really. The consultant that signed me up was like the first friend that I had met up here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And so, yeah, I went to this event, came home with all these names and numbers. They had checked yes, that they wanted a free makeover. And I remember driving home going, okay, I could either like throw these names out the window and be done with this Mary Kay thing, or I can go home and actually call these people. And so I was like, I went home and called because needless to say, I'm here. And so that was a crisis stage, you guys. I was just trying to decide, am I going to go forward with this Mary Kay thing or am I going to ditch it and throw in the towel? And so now maybe not every crisis stage is at that full out point, but it's a crisis stage. And I was plugged in still, at every single success meeting, never missed them. And I think that was crucial because I was plugged into my recruiter, who was also my soon-to-be director. And so I had the connection. So even though I was feeling that myself, I always say once your brain has been changed, like when you come into Mary Kay and you learn that all this is a possibility, it's hard to go back. And I was not willing to settle for my teaching job and to be happy with that forever because I had seen this huge, abundant business where these women were living these amazing lives, and I couldn't go back to what was my normal was no longer like normal or acceptable. So anyway, it was a new thought, and so I chose to go forward. And so you will feel, you will get to a point where you're at a crisis, and I just say stay plugged in, call up to your recruiter, call up to your red jacket, or to a red jacket, or somebody that's in a position where you would be willing to trade places. plug in with your director. I promise you, more than likely, she has been in the same position or a very similar position that what you're feeling, okay? And she'll listen. She'll listen. You guys will talk through it, and then we will come up with a plan of action to move forward so we don't wallow in it. All right. I think the world loves to wallow in issues, and they are, a week later, 2 weeks, they're still in it. And so the idea is not to stay in the crisis stage. Get through it fast, okay? Because stage 4 is the recommitment stage. Recommitment. You have made it. You've recovered from the situation, and you are stronger because of it. And every time we go through this cycle, you guys, it's like working out, building up your muscle. Every time you go through the emotional cycle and you get through it, you have increased your muscle, your emotional muscle. The stronger you are emotionally, you guys, oh my word, it makes you a better person, a better woman, a better mom, a better wife. And what's really cool, you guys, this whole emotional thing, I've been able to pass those on to my kids. Like, okay, yes, I get it. You feel this way. This is what's happened. You're frustrated. You're at a crisis point. What are you going to do about it? And then we come up with a plan of action to move through it, to recommit and move forward where they want to go. So you guys, this is a skill that will stay with you forever and can work with you and move you with whatever you do in life. So huge recommitment. You're stronger. You're excited again. You're ready for the next obstacle. And one thing is certain, each time you slip into frustration phase, your trip back to phase 1, it just gets quicker and quicker and quicker. And so after you recommit, that's why the circle is there, you're back to excitement, and then you're ready to go again and again. And what's really cool is at the beginning, what may trip you up and frustrate you, 6 months down the road, you'll get through it like in 5 minutes. And then there'll be other things that will trip you up a little bit longer, but it's all good. Just know the emotional cycle is normal. It's real. It will happen. It's just a matter of when. And we're all here to support you and to help you move forward. All right. Okay, number 3 on your outline is your image, and a couple things fall into this. Okay, I love in our Mary Kay world, we just have this culture. We have this pink bubble, this culture that we belong to, and it's awesome. It's amazing. It's totally not out there in any other place. And so we are just fortunate, you guys. And it goes along with our image, just how we portray ourselves. And so let's start off with, we're going to talk about voicemail, Facebook, social media really quickly, weekly meetings, and our dress attire. Okay. And so first of all, on your voicemail, there is a handout here that gives you suggestions. Just my big thing on voicemails, please make sure your voice is on your voicemail. Those automated ones, you've reached 940. It's funny, I'll call those numbers, and then I'm like, if I was doing something else or had something in my hand, I'm like, oh, who did I call? And then I'm like, oh, do I have the right number? Oh, is this still her phone number? Okay, so there's all these things. So think about if somebody found your lookbook that had your name and phone number on the back of it, and they call it, and they're like, oh, I don't know if I really have the right number. Click, hang up. All right, so please make sure your voice is on there and it does say your first and last name. If you want to call and listen to my voicemail, you're more than welcome. But it's just something quick. Hey, you reached Shelly Ayler, the personal voicemail and home office for Shelly Ayler, Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. Have a great day. Okay, it can be super easy. I believe on my cell one, I have our goal to be Denton's first $500,000 unit. And so that's pretty cool, because when your family members start to call it and hear it, they'll go, oh, what does that mean? You could put soon to be red jacket, and they'll go, what's a red jacket? And it'll open up conversation. But do make sure, it's fun, it's upbeat, but it's short and simple and to the point, okay? But most importantly, it's your voice. It's not your kid's voice. It's not the automated voice, but your voice, and it's business professional, okay? A little spiel on Facebook and social media. Okay, and I could spend a whole training, and we do cycle around and talk and train on social media and Facebook. There's social guidelines on Mary Kay In Touch, so sometime check that out. Basically on Facebook, you guys, and I'm just going to give you my point of view. Okay, so Facebook. I use Facebook personal page to connect. It's just a way to connect with my family, friends from high school, way back in the day, other beauty consultants, sales directors. I post mainly things about my kids, my family, what we're doing, and then Mary Kay, of course, gets sprinkled in that. The rule of thumb, you don't want to blow up your Facebook page with Mary Kay. All right. You've probably seen other companies that just go post after post after post after post on their personal page about what they do or the company or their product. That to me is like vomiting, spewing your business on people. And so the rule of thumb is I try to, for every 3 personal posts, I'll post something for Mary Kay. Sometimes on a weekend, I'll get tagged by a bunch of things, like if we're at an event, and I'm like, woo, that was a lot. So I will try to follow up with some personal stuff and not post anything else Mary Kay. Okay, so I really try to keep a balance so people don't go, oh my gosh, it's always Mary Kay with her, always Mary Kay. No, I want them to see my whole life, and I want them to see the good stuff, okay? I don't ever post political stuff. I don't feel like Facebook is the, I mean, yes, I know people do that. I don't read it. I don't post it. And I don't know. I'm funny about that. People know how I stand. And I'll give you an example. Like I posted my son's writing from open house, and his favorite person that meant more to him than gold was God. And so I posted that, and I was glad to post that, stand for that. And I put on there, I love the fact that he loves God and knows that God loves him even more. And so, but that's about my family and where we stand. And so I'm never trying to impose that stuff on others, but people know how I stand, where I stand, and if they have questions or want to ask me, I'm here, totally here. But okay, so 3 personal posts to every 1 Mary Kay post, okay? You will eventually want to start a separate Mary Kay group for your customers. I do have a private group for my customers. And then you'll also want to set up your Facebook business page and where people can follow. And so that is when they see posts, that's all Mary Kay. I do like to, I'm starting where I highlight a business because I belong to a networking group where I will highlight a business once a month. Just to support them and get word out, you know, and just to support and encourage. And yes, we can co-partner and encourage our friends and other business partners. So that's how I do my business Facebook page. That's not on my personal. So I believe I've connected, well, not believe, I know I've connected my Mary Kay business page with Social Media Publisher from Mary Kay In Touch. And they do the posting. And I think it's 2 posts a week about products. Come here, Kimber. Sorry, my dog's chewing on something. Come on, Kimber. And then, okay, hang on. Hold on. Oh, no. Shh. Okay, it's a lid. All right, come on. Come lay down. Come here, lay down. Lay down. All right, so once your kids go off to school, then you have the animals. All right, so anyway, that's a little 2 cents about Facebook, social media. The last thing I'll say on Facebook, on your personal page, what are we, is the shadows? On your business, no, on your Facebook personal page, you don't ever want to post pricing or specials, okay? Any kind of product post with a price or with a special needs to be either on your business page because those people have chosen to like your page and they don't belong to another consultant, or it can be posted in your private Facebook customer group, okay? So again, more training will come on that. Just kind of get an overall view and then we're going to move on. But I know Mary Kay, we're classy. That's how I like to describe us. And so we're not going to spew and vomit Mary Kay all over everybody. We want it to be classy so that others are attracted to us. We're not attacking people, okay? And so, so yeah, those guidelines are in place so that we don't take each other's customers. We're very respectful of that. And I would hate to post a special, woo, all out in the world. And then one of my good girlfriends in Mary Kay's customers like, girl, I want to buy that from you because you're running a special. So-and-so is not. And so we don't ever, it protects us. So those guidelines protect us. All right. Weekly success meetings. There's a whole handout on why to attend your weekly success meetings. And I want to share, I do have it right here on your 12-step program. 12-step program, I highly put a high dollar prize on that plugging into your weekly meetings. Why? Because it's huge to your success and your ongoing learning. So when you plug into your weekly success meetings for 8 weeks in a row, you're going to get $100 in Mary Kay products from me. Okay, so I hope that tells you how much I value you getting plugged into a weekly success meeting. There are top 10 reasons why to attend. I'll let you read those on your own. But I could not imagine building my Mary Kay career without having that plug-in. There were people that were better than I at certain points in my career. And man, I could take guests and they could help me. They helped me build my business. On weeks that I had great weeks, I got to help and encourage others. And on weeks that I had an awful week, I was there to be encouraged. So I couldn't imagine building my business without that success meeting. And the girlfriends I have now would not trade that for the world either. Okay, I'm going to warn you now, the sun's going to kind of come in here and it's going to be pretty bright, but I'm going to try to turn that. Okay, and then the last thing on image is our dress. And this is where, yes, we are classy and we stand out, and I appreciate that. I didn't quite understand it at the beginning, but I appreciate it. The bus is coming through still. I appreciate it now, you guys. And just to kind of give you an example, one time as sales directors, when we head out to leadership conference, we wear our business suits, or it doesn't have to be our director's suit, but we wear a business suit, which means a skirt, hose, heels when we travel. And I remember one time, I don't even know if it was a weekday or a weekend, but I was at the airport and I was dressed in a suit, wasn't even in my Mary Kay attire or my Mary Kay suit, but I was in a dress suit with hose and heels, and it was early in the morning. And some man held the door open for me and was like, wow, he's like, you must be with Mary Kay. I was like, yeah, how'd you know? And he was like, well, Mary Kay women are the only ones that dress like that at such and such time in the morning. And I was like, yes. You know, it's just cool that we're known for that. And we are known for our femininity. Is that a word? And that was huge to Mary Kay, our founder, you guys. She was a woman working in a huge male-dominated industry. And so it's like back then, of course, it was probably even more. And she was, it wasn't the norm. And so like it is today, but she was just, she wanted a company where we could be women and be proud to wear a skirt, be proud to dress like a woman, but still make the income that men make, if not more. And so I appreciate that even more. And so not that we wear pants to be like men. I think we wear pants to be more comfortable. But sometimes being a little uncomfortable just makes us step up to the next level. And so I know for me with my networking group, one of the reasons why I wanted to join was I wanted to be able to dress business-like and be around other business-like people, men and women. And so I really make a point each week to wear a skirt, and many of the girls do not. And so I do stand out, and it's really cool to see the girls that do choose to dress and wear a skirt. They stand out, and just a little bit more respect, I believe. And again, it goes with just when we dress well, we feel better about ourselves, and we attract that from others as well. So, okay, so that's my little spiel on that. When you come to a Mary Kay meeting, yes, Mary Kay attire. I'll be in my Mary Kay director's suit. Yes, please wear a skirt, a dress, a business suit, no pants. And if you have to purchase a skirt, purchase a black one. Okay, a black skirt, because once you have your first team member, you're part of our black and white club. And it's a black skirt with a white top or blouse. And that way, once you have your 3 team members, you just add on the red jacket. Okay, and so So yeah, and then you never have to worry about what you're going to wear to meeting. And so that's the cool thing about a director's suit too, being in your red jacket, is you don't think twice about attire. You just put it on and go. Okay. It also cuts out on all the chit chat and the negative talk that we can do as women, as girls, like, ooh, look what she has on. And so it just cuts and eliminates all that. If you want to read over that, there is a handout. Now, when you go to your Mary Kay parties and your facial appointments, you do not have to wear your Mary Kay attire, okay? Please do not show up for a skincare party in your red jacket with all your awards on it. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy. And so I always say, you need to be dressed professional. Get yourself a beauty coat, and then you don't ever have to worry about it. But you need to be dressed ahead of them. We are in the beauty business. When you walk in, you need to look sharp, hair on, makeup on, looking slamming, so that those women are like, wow, she looks great. I want some beauty advice from her. I want to know what she does. And so, so when you bring it to your attire, I say no jeans to appointments, but you could definitely do like slacks with heels. I mean, just look sharp, okay? And it can be in style. All right, so if you have any questions on image, please don't, please reach out, ask me, okay? Voxer is a great way. Just say, hey girl, what about blah, 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 and then I can get back to you, okay? But we can talk through that. So if you have any questions about dress attire, image, social media, please get back to me. At our weekly meetings, we do go through and touch on all of those over the courses of the weeks. All right, time management is our next topic. Okay, how are we doing on time? Where's our time? Okay, 45 minutes is what we're keeping it to. Holy cow, that goes by fast. Okay, time management. Those who show up, go up, plan your week, weekly plan sheets, daily actions. Okay, so there's a couple of handouts in here. Facial bag. Okay, I've got those. Get organized. I've got that. Okay, so weekly plan sheet. I don't know if I have that one. All right, get yourself a 3-subject spiral notebook. That's going to be your best friend. I am sorry, that's getting really fuzzy. I'm going to see if I can turn it. Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know if I can hold this. Okay, get yourself a 3-subject notebook. A spiral notebook with 3 subjects. All right, and this is your time management tip, and then you can read through the rest of the handouts that are there. But this is the main one, a 3-subject notebook. Inside the first section, that is for you to write down what we call a brain dump. So each week, like I'm already actually making my list of just things that come up that need to be done this next week, or they might need to be done in a couple weeks, but they're just things that pop in your head that you're like, ooh, I need to do that. And you just start making a list, brain dump, all week long, all the way up until Sunday. Just write. This is inside of section number 1. And then on Sundays, I use Sundays to gather my week. And so I'll go back to that brain dump list on Sundays. I'll either add to it, but that's when I actually plan my week out. And so, for example, if one of the things was to, I don't know, register. I'm trying to think of some things that I have to do right now. Well, one of mine this week was to it was to pay for our parking for our cruise that we're going on over spring break. And so I had put it out to Friday, and so it was on my to-do list for today: pay, cruise, parking. And so it was really cool. I forgot about it all week, didn't have to worry about it. But when I looked at my daybook for today, ooh, get online, pay for parking. Okay, that's one example. Oh, my pace setters to watch the video. I have plugged that in for tomorrow because my week was just packed this week and I didn't get to do it on Tuesday. So that video to watch is on my to-do for Saturday. And so you take your brain dump and you just plug it in for the week. All right. That's section 1 of your spiral. Section 2 is where you list all the people that you know, okay? And so there is a handout listed of 67 ways to find customers. And so give yourself just some time, because you've already initially started that list when you were doing your Beat the Box. So yeah, give yourself time just to list, and it's an ongoing list. And inside that section 2 of your spiral, You guys, you'll continue to add people, and you'll continue to scratch off people after you have facialed them. So that's section 2. And then section 3 of the notebook is to take notes. So hopefully, like right now, you're taking some notes, and you could transfer those notes into section 3. When you come to your weekly success meeting, you can take notes. When you listen to part 2 next week, you can take notes. And that way your notes are all in one place, all right? Now, I'm telling you a spiral notebook. I have a spiral notebook. Mine looks a little different that I actually design every quarter. I take it to FedEx, and I send over a bunch of pages to be printed. It's my brain dump. It's my planning. Here's my leads sheet. Looks like this. I wanted a specific paper. And so I, every quarter, go and have it printed, and I spiral bound it. And then this is my January through March. And so you will have a spiral, a 3-subject spiral, every quarter. And so you can find your notes, you can find your people, you can brain dump, you guys. It's your Mary Kay structure, your Mary Kay organization. All right. The last thing on time management here, and I'm going through these pretty quickly. There is a facial supply bags. These have saved me time. These help me get to my appointment so much faster, knowing that I have everything. And so I did this for me. It works great versus keeping all of these items separate inside my my Mary Kay bag. My kids help me put these together. Sometimes if I'm talking on the phone, this is one of those activities that takes no brain thought. And so I'll grab my, I have a drawer where I throw in the profile cards. I throw in sales tickets. I throw in my the little trays, and then the facial cloths and the mascara wands, and then I have my business card. And so I just dump it in there when I order. And then sometimes if I'm talking on the phone, talking to my kids, I'm like, come on in here, we'll put these together as we're talking, because you don't have to think about it. So it's a profile card, and it's listed there on the sheet, a profile card, a sales ticket, my business card, go back in there. All right, and then it's a tray with a washcloth, and then a mascara wand. Those are things that I use at every single appointment, and I just have them stacked up. I always make sure I have 30 to 40 every month so they're ready to go. And I love to watch it like dwindle, and I'm like, woo, getting closer to my goal. And so I have them stashed in a basket, and so I just grab them. If I'm going to do a party of 5, I'll grab a couple extra, and then just take them to go. So that is listed there for you guys. And that's a great time saver tip. And then there's one more handout on getting organized. And it talks about the 3-subject notebook. So that's there. And then let me show you my accordion file holder. All right, my accordion file holder I still use. And what I love is right now my accordion file holder is empty because I've been working on taxes and taking all the receipts out. And so this is just where I keep my receipts. They're labeled. And yeah, I just drop them in at the end of the week. I usually file them up, and then I'll file them for the week. Okay, so that's a great system to get in place as well. And then there's some supplies down here at the bottom, but those are just some general tips to help you guys get organized. Now, again, we'll share more as you stay plugged in. But those are the basic, your subject notebook, your planning. You've got a great date book that came inside your starter kit. And then your receipts, save them. They will get you money back. All right, so let's talk about bookings. I want to spend the rest of the time here on booking and on coaching. And yeah, okay, let's keep going. Booking. Bookings are the lifeline of your business. No bookings, no business. And that's probably most important as a brand new consultant. As you've been in the business for a while and you've built up customers, it's pretty cool when the reorders coming in, but we have to be careful as seasoned consultants not to just live off of our reorders. Our reorders are amazing. They're awesome, but they're intended to be the icing on the cake. When you're just working your reorders, you're just maintaining. You're not in growth mode. So growth mode is actually being in front of faces, new people, and adding new customers, okay? So contact list inside your second section of your spiral notebook. You're going to continue to get leads from your parties, your facials, referrals, friends, families. That's 67 ways to find customers. You guys, help that be like a brain jog to help you think of people that you know that you forgot to write down, okay? Take the emotions out of booking, all right? There's a couple of tools here inside the new consultant list, and so I want to bring your attention to these, okay? If you can think of booking as the one thing that you touch every day in your Mary Kay business, that will continue to get you moving. It'll continue to keep you moving forward. I think for some reason we get lost in all the stuff that can be done in Mary Kay that we think, oh, that's not important. But let me tell you, booking and your booking system, okay, is your most important thing that you could ever do. All right, like if you don't do anything else but just your booking system, you will be a-okay. the being organized, your image, all that will come because you'll be putting it into place because you'll have bookings to go and hold. But the booking system is huge, okay? And so there's this little bubble sheet, and I showed you guys my tracking sheet looked a little different. So you can use these sheets, or you can totally use your spiral notebook, which is totally fine. And that's where most people start. But these are just, it's the same thing. It just looks a little different, okay? It's basically their name, their phone number, and then these are just little slots for how many times you contact them. All right, so your booking system, and you're going to receive an email and a text message that's going to take you to the Power Booking Plan. It has all the scripts. It has the tracking sheet, and at the very beginning of the Power Booking Plan, it gives you why we're contacting people this many times, okay? I don't have that sheet in front of me, but just know, just know that the majority of people contact a prospect 1 or 2 times and then they're done. They quit because the person either didn't call them back or they didn't answer. However, the majority of bookings and sales and contacts are made, it's like after the 5th or 6th attempt, okay? And so this was like a light bulb that went off a couple years ago when this plan came out. So I was like, oh my gosh, how many times have I contacted people and dropped the ball because I just didn't contact them enough times? And so, so yes, we contact everybody a minimum of 6 to 8 times. And so you might think, oh, does that mean you're pushy and you're like totally bothering people? No, you are professional, you are businesslike, and you are classy, okay? And that's what I love about the booking scripts. And so let me just give you an example, and I'm gonna start here, and this is all written, you guys. This is amazing. And after you've done it enough times, I've actually transferred the text messaging over into my phone, and it is saved. It's saved in my phone, so I don't even have to have the paper anymore. Okay, so the way it works, I'm looking for the one for the new consultants. I might not have put it in here. Okay, warm chatters, here, new consultant. Okay, so the way it works is you call, text, call, text, call, text. So they receive 3 phone calls and 3 text messages. I will tell you the majority of people do like to text, but there are still lots of people out there that love voice-to-voice contact. Another thing I want to share is that when I first started this system, I thought it was crazy leaving messages, because that had always been my rule of thumb. Like, don't leave messages, nobody calls you back. Okay, well, that was totally wrong. When I implemented the booking plan, I was like, people were calling me back. I would leave voice messages like around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. And then I would get phone calls back in the afternoon, which like totally shocked me. But it works, okay? And so here's just an example, and I want to share the example with you, or just right here on our videos, just so that you know we're not pushy, that it's awesome, it's professional, and we are classy. So here's the first voicemail. This is for a new consultant calling friends and family. Hey, so-and-so, it's Shelly. I recently started my own Mary Kay business teaching skincare and makeup. Sorry, I already messed that up. Hi, so-and-so, it's Shelly. I recently started my own business teaching skincare and makeup with Mary Kay, and I'm so excited. I have selected 10 women in my life to receive ultimate facial packages with $20 gift cards. And yes, I've selected you. Please call me back ASAP so I can fill you in on the details. Thanks so much. My number is blah, 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 blah. Have a great day. Click. Okay, so that's the phone call, the voicemail. And then here's the text message that you follow up the same day on day 1. Hi, Susie. I left you a voicemail earlier today and wanted to make sure you got it. You were on the top of my list for a free pampering session and gift card. If I don't hear back from you, I'll follow up in 3 days. Okay? So it's all right here and right here. And then you'll skip a couple days, because we're not pushy, we are attracting people. And then on day 4, voicemail, text message, and then skip a couple days. And on day 7, voicemail, text message. All right. What I love down here on the bottom, if she answers, great, she answered. It tells you what to say. Oh, hey, Susie, I'm so glad I reached you live. And then you go into the script that you're using. Hey, I recently started my own business teaching skincare and makeup with Mary Kay, and I'm so excited. I've selected 10 women in my life to receive ultimate facial packages and a $20 gift card. And yes, I selected you. Okay, so that's that first part. So, and then you go back down here because you don't say, call me back ASAP because you got her on the phone. So you put your blurb in, and then it tells you, you come back down here and you say, so I'm setting up my appointments for next week or so and was wondering which works better for you, afternoon or evening. Okay, and then you schedule the appointment, giving her 2 options. Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry, y'all. Woo, we're getting like, there we go. Okay, so then you book her, always giving her 2 options. And so my 2 options are always, does a weeknight or does during a week work better or on the weekend? And then once she answers that, then I'll give her 2 more choices. If she says during the week, I said, great, are you available during the weekday? Because I am. Or would a weeknight be better? 2 choices. And then once she answers, then I'll say, great, I've got Tuesday night or Thursday night, and then plug her in. Always 2 choices when booking, okay? So that is the power booking plan. And again, we could spend a whole hour just on booking, but print these tools out, you guys. Print them out, keep them, read over them so you become comfortable with it. Read all the scripts so you know for yourself that it's classy, that it sounds good, that you sound very professional. Stick to the words, you guys. I love these words. They're not fake. They're not overly like excited words. I mean, they're good professional words, okay? So this is your booking plan. All right, step 1, make your list. Step 2, get your tools printed out. And then step 3 would be to book some time to actually get started. Okay, so take the emotion out. We just do it. And that's what I love, 10 calls, 10 texts every day. Take the emotion out. You can literally do that in about 15 minutes of time per day. So are you willing to invest at least 15 minutes a day on booking just here at the get-go? Right here on the bottom of your outline, 1 out of 2 will show up. So just know out of all your bookings, half will hold on the original day. So don't ever hesitate to have 15, 20 appointments on your books, you guys. In 21 years, I've never had anybody say, oh my goodness, I just have too many bookings. I don't know what to do. Okay, I have not had that happen. I will tell you there's been times where I'm like going a little freaked out, like, oh my gosh, I have a ton on my books. If all of these hold, I'm in trouble. But they don't, and they rearrange, they reschedule. And so that's just part of our business. Have 10 bookings. This is page 2 now. Have 10 bookings on your date books at all times for rapid growth. Then overcoming objections, okay? These are things people are gonna say to you. I'm too busy. I have to check with my friends first. I don't do parties. In fact, I don't ever book using the word booking, parties or hostess. I don't know anybody. No money. I use X brand. I tried Mary Kay once and it broke me out. I would highly suggest print this out, cut them out, actually print it out, and if you've got some index cards, put the objection on the front of the card, flip it over, and take the wording, put it in your own words, and write what you would say back to that person when they give you that objection, okay? These are good. I'm not going to go over them all right now because you can read them. They're here. But again, if somebody says, I don't do parties, flip your card over. That's great because I don't either. I hold private appointments in my home or yours. You know, taking them back to the one-on-one. And so take that objection answer and put it into your own words. And then that way you can practice them, and you can even put those in your car, in your purse. And so if you have extra time somewhere, you can spend time on those objections, okay? All right, persistent sales. Did you know that 50% of all salespeople give up when they fail to sell the customer on the first call? Only 25% make 2 calls, and only 12% make 3 calls. Those who make 3 calls are the successful ones. All right. And it's really cool, you guys. The last thing I'll say about that power booking plan is I was shocked that when I would fill this out and when I would get to like the 3rd day call text, they would reach back, because the wording is they would reach back and say, oh my gosh, I so meant to call you back. And just time, y'all, they're busy, we're busy. And so they need that repeat from us, and just know it's worth it. I had a lot of my appointments would come in on that last day because it says, you must be busy. I'll reach out to you again in the future. But the way it's worded, it's like perfect. All right, so the last, the next topic is on coaching. And so this is what I want you guys to do, and this will be a great just follow-up that I know that you were here, you watched this video. I have all my coaching in my phone, okay? There is a handout in your new consultant tools there. I think it's a little dated. It still gives you the overall order and why we pre-profile. That's like a fancy word for coaching your appointments and just building rapport, relationship with them before you actually meet with them. But when you get to this part in the training, Voxer me or text me and say, Shelly, I need the coaching text. Okay, just reach out to me and say, I need the coaching text. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you over, it says pre-profiling questions. And this was thanks to Heather Daniel Kent. She's a $1 Million Director. And I keep them in here. There's 4 questions. Hey, I have a couple questions for you before Saturday or before Thursday. And so I'll literally click here, hold, copy question number 1, and then copy it, and then I'll paste it and send it. Question 1, what is your experience with Mary Kay products in the company? Question 2, any skin issues that you have? Any concerns? Question 3, if I could teach you anything about skin and or makeup, what would you like to know? Question 4, I have a 13-minute Mary Kay video. If you'd be interested in watching it, I have a free eyeshadow for you. Are you up for that? And if she says yes, here's the link to the video. And then once she watches the video, here are the 4 questions that you text and ask her about the video. Okay? It's creating multiple layers with your people. And if you have somebody watching the video prior to a facial appointment, you guys, huge, because you've layered her with our Mary Kay world, our Mary Kay culture prior to her appointment. And so you're just setting up for the best appointment that you could have. All right, so Voxer me, text me right now and ask me for that, and I will copy and send it directly to you. Once you receive it, copy it and paste it into your notes so that it's on your phone ready to coach your appointments. All right, so that's coaching. And the more conversations you can have with your people once that appointment is booked, way better, you guys, because you're building rapport. And the more relationship rapport you have prior to your appointment, they're going to be excited to meet with you. They're going to think you're cool. They already have a connection with you. And the more likelihood of it showing, the more likelihood of her inviting friends to join you. All right, number 7, attract number grows. You have to track it. All right, so the way that we track monthly tracking from your director. Okay, I need to upload that. Let me highlight that because I don't think that's okay, sorry. The monthly tracking sheet is what we call our perfect 12. And actually, I don't have it right here in front of me, but I can show it to you. Let me see if I can get my mouse. And we will end. Oh, we got a little bit on attitude. Okay, let me see. We are running out of time here. On our website, it is ShellyAiler.com. Right, and let me do a quick screen share, and that way you guys can see what I'm looking at. And it might be a little bit, it'll be clearer because you won't have this like sun coming in on me. All right, where's screen share? Screen share. Share my screen. Okay. So when you go to ShellyAiler.com, this is what it looks like. And I do have bangs now. I didn't a long time ago. Okay, and so up here across the top, Resource Center is probably where you're at in order to get to your training. But if you come here to contest, our password is freedom, all lowercase. And then this will be updated in the next day or two for the month of March. Here is our perfect 12 tracking. So I'm offering prizes right now when you complete any perfect level. But if you come down here to the bottom, keep scrolling to the bottom, voila, here is the sheet. Here's prizes on the left, and here's the tracking sheet on the right. But if you double click on that, it will pull up a PDF version so that you can print this out. Voila. This is our tracking sheet. So you print one out per month. Anytime you have a facial or a skincare party, you're going to track it here as your hostesses. Hostesses here, faces over here. Each week, you'll list your career chats. We'll talk more about that on number 4 when we talk about team building, or number 3, it's on team building. Your weekly sales total, if you gold medaled, meaning you've added team members, but this is your overall tracking sheet. So print one out per month. When we hold your kickoff party, we're going to put kickoff party, and you are the hostess. We're going to keep track of what you sold, number of future bookings, and number of career surveys booked, okay? So this is our tracking sheet. We turn it in each month. And I'm actually about to put into place a Google Doc that you'll click on in order to fill in your information. But a perfect 4 here, you guys, is 4 shows, 4 chats, $400 host sell. Perfect 6 is 6 shows, for the whole month, 6 sharings, a $600 host sell order. So it's your number of shows, your number of sharing, and then your host sell order. Your videos that you send out to people, if they watch it and answer the 4 questions, and then you turn that into me, like via your weekly accomplishment sheet, or you can text it to me, their name and number. Yeah, you guys, that'll count for a chat as well. As we work on your pearls of sharing, those count as chats as well, okay? So there's your tracking sheet. There's where you print it out at the very bottom. Click on it, and it pulls up the PDF. Voila. Okay. All right. Any questions on that? Let me go back over here to stop screen sharing. Okay. And we're back to our brightness. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. So there's your monthly tracking sheet. And we're going to track it whether we like it, whether it looks great or it doesn't look great, because what you write down and track, we can increase, and we can change. We can increase it. All right, so the last thing here on attitude management, y'all stay plugged into stuff. These are some resources, some tools for you. The Miracles Happen is Mary Kay Ash's autobiography. I believe it either comes in your starter kit or it'll be in your first order, but you will get it. You're most like the 5 people you spend your time with. Woo! Stay connected. Always call. Voxer, call me. You are never bothering me. I work with those who reach out to me, you guys. By you corresponding with me, asking me questions, yeah, you guys, that's how we work, and that's how we grow. Get your Voxer app. Voxer is amazing. Lots of times I can just boxer you back and give you the why behind, you know, if you ask me a question, and I can explain it. And then when it's a good time for you, you can listen and get that training. There's the $1 million message. There's the number, there's the code. That's a huge, and a lot of our girls, okay, sorry. A lot of our girls will listen to that on their way to work in the morning, which is what a great way to put positive feedback into your, or positiveness into your mind. There's the Mary Kay media source, and you can watch the videos from Mary Kay In Touch as well. And then we've got lots of videos on our personal website too, on the ShellyAyler.com. All right, and be the best you. Follow up with me within 24 hours. There is the DISC personality on here. Those are a couple of the extra handouts. First of all, there's a yearly tracking sheet that's listed there. And then here's the DISC. We do once every 13 weeks or so, we do a training on the personalities. And so this is huge. Just another way to learn about you, how you work, what makes you tick, and why people do what they do. It's not personal. It's just the way we're wired. All right. And then the last thing, there is, nope. Okay, the last thing is your pearls of sharing. And it's a little different than what's on here. The most current is on our website. If you go under new consultant training on your perfect 12 steps here, not perfect 12, on your 12 steps, pearls of sharing. All right, so when you make that list in section 2 of your spiral notebook, I want you to circle or star the top 5 people that love you the most, okay? And when you star those are the people we're going to ask to do a sharing appointment over the phone or in person with coffee. And basically the way it works is when we get 5 people to listen, you, me, and her, they listen, they give us their feedback. It's about the Mary Kay company, the business. You're going to earn your pearl earrings, okay? And then when you have your first 5 guests come to our weekly success meeting, or they can come to a Saturday morning makeover, then you're going to earn your pearl bracelet. When you have 10 people in front of us, whether it's me one-on-one or that's the people at the meeting, you will more than likely have your first team member. It's really cool how that works. And my goal as your director is I want you as a senior consultant in your first 30 days. So we want to get in front of these 10 people ASAP, okay? So 5 one-on-one phone calls, and then the other 5 guests to our success meetings, okay? That earns you your pearls of sharing. That's huge, okay? It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's going to make you more confident with your business. It's going to help those around you know what you're into, so how they can best support you. And I think knowledge is just key, you guys. The more they're informed, the more you're informed. It works. It's a win-win for everybody. All right. So thank you for tuning in to Bootcamp Part 1. You are officially done. I'm going to refer you back to your 12 steps. So mark on here for your Bootcamp Part 1 completed, and come back to your 12 steps. Are these done? What's left to do? Go here. This is where you want to spend your time completing these 12 steps. If you get stuck on one, reach out. I'm here for you. And yeah, we'll just continue to work through these 12 steps. Those consultants who complete the 12-step program are highly more successful. In fact, I need to find out what the percentage is. Highly more successful, meaning they're moving forward towards their goals, they're building a team, and they're just building a solid business. And so stay focused on the 12 steps. You can't go wrong. All right. Love you. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week on Part 2. Bye.